Hello and welcome to The Update. I'm Heidi Tiltons. The Federal Health Minister is confident we will be able to dust off the passport once 80% of Aussies are fully vaccinated. Some states are hesitant to reopen once the target is met, but Greg Hunt says the national plan is clear and simple.
74% of the nation has now had at least one dose, and that's increasing at a record rate. It's about people connecting with their families, their friends, their loved ones. It's about our most basic humanity.
The latest health data shows 337,000 doses of a COVID vaccine were administered yesterday. Victoria has recorded 766 new COVID cases today, its highest number of new infections for the pandemic. New South Wales has recorded 1,063. Queensland's tickets for jab scheme has now been officially suspended. Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk had offered footy fans free NRL tickets for getting the COVID shot, but the TGA guidelines state only fully vaccinated people are eligible. The Sunshine State recording one new case today. Former Melbourne school principal Malka Leifer has been committed to stand trial on 70 child sex abuse charges. She has formally pleaded not guilty to assaulting 3 sisters. 3 out of 4 members of a Tamil family fighting to stay in Australia have been granted 12-month bridging visas, but they'll have to remain in community detention in Perth because their youngest daughter hasn't been given a visa. The PM denies he's been snubbed by the French president, who's reportedly refusing to take a call about the failed submarine deal. Scott Morrison says he's just waiting for the right time to talk.
The opportunity for that call is not yet, but we'll be patient. We understand their disappointment. And of course we had to weigh up what would be the obvious disappointment to France.
And we're being warned about flow-on delays for deliveries after thousands of workers at Australia Post-owned Star Track walked off the job, demanding greater protections and job security. FedEx workers have locked in a 24-hour strike next week. In sport, the A-League will be split into 2 conferences for the first 6 rounds of the season. Melbourne City will host Brisbane in the opener on November 19. Britain's Prime Minister has asked Scott Morrison to relax quarantine requirements for English cricketers to ensure the Ashes go ahead this summer, and Australian John Millman has advanced to the quarterfinals of the ATP Tour event in Kazakhstan. In entertainment news, Kim Kardashian is set to host SNL next month. She's being paired up with Halsey for the October 9 episode. Newly minted billionaire Rihanna is determined to keep her feet on the ground. The singer admits she's still not comfortable with being hailed as a business mogul, despite being the world's second wealthiest female entertainer behind Oprah. And former US President Donald Trump is suing his niece and the New York Times over a 2018 story about his tax and finances. And that's the latest from the Nova Podcast News team, but we'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.